Okay. Yes, so I think this is about healing a wound that might come across itself, like I said, in poor ways physically. That could be like just feeling like you're losing money, not making enough money, or just like not that you can't hold it. So money, feeling wounded, uh relationships being wounded, maybe being tempted in the poorest of ways and acting physically, like I said. Yeah, so I would try to tap more into healing. I would say spiritually, and I don't always like to use that word, but I mean that's what people recognize it as. But and maybe try to tap into the self in other ways, because we all know you like physical movement. So yeah, go to the gym, get that energy out, but also reflect. Sit with your spirit, reflect with your mind, you know? Touch base with your mind. Where are you at? And where what are we thinking? Where are we going? It's not so much about what the body can do, because we know you can do what you put your mind to, you know. But where is your mind at? What does it want to do besides prove a point? Okay. The third card, we have difficulties and contradictions, exhaustion, responsibility, effort, determination, futility, burdens, accomplishment. So I really think this depends on you, where you end the year, or where you take yourself throughout the year, on what you're willing to let go of, what you're willing to change, what you're willing to outgrow, what you're willing to release in order to welcome new. So I think there's so many different possibilities for you to embody a more aligned version of yourself this year. And this would be through really just welcoming new. Just spring seems so relevant. Just welcome the breeze of a new, just fresh new air of a new season, and realize that you don't have to carry the pain of past seasons, nor the pain of past generations. All right, let's do the other two decks. Spirit, I do want to get a confirmation for my tarot though. Spirit, can I get a confirmation for my tarot for this tarot reading? Thank you. Aries. 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 Oh, nice. Thank you, Spirit. And here we have the sun for confirmation. There's the sun over there. Nice. Beautiful. So the sun is a confirmation card. And this would represent just that presence, that joy, like I said, that he is not able to see here. This is just kind of an outburst of that. And sunflowers, they face the sun and get energy this way. So yeah, this is about being revitalized, re-energized, and tapping into that. Oh, tapping into your inner child. Yes. That's all. I was thinking of that here too, because there's a different tarot card that there's like it's talking more so about inner child healing, or healing of the, I would even say, the next generation. But yes, this reminded me of that, so I did want to bring up the inner child. I guess it just didn't come out, but there's a child here on a horse. Purity. When you think of purity, children are so pure. So tapping into your inner child, freeing your inner child, giving your inner child a big warm hug, tapping into warmth within you. And when you do that, you see how he's wearing a purple crown, purple being the color of royalty, and it's a spiritual color of just the cosmos, and promises and spirit. It's a real spiritual color, purple. So him wearing a purple crown, it tells me spiritual elevation, a spiritual crowning, like you've arrived, and there's nothing else you need to learn through pain. Okay, let's read the keywords for that and then move on to the other decks. For the sun, we have joy, material happiness, fortunate marriage, children, success, victory, prosperity, contentment, enlightenment. Exactly. Beautiful. Well, let's move on to my other deck. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for that. What do we have in store for Aries, Spirit, for the year? Aries 2026. 3 cards from this one. Do one more card from this one. So I'm gonna these 2. One more card from this one. What is in store for Aries? So here we have terms, working out, negotiating with you, begging, ravenous, insatiable, uncontrollable desires, must have, hunger for pleasure, and unsatisfied, bare minimum, reciprocation, losing interest. Okay, I feel like this is this might be talking a little on the relationship aspect, to be honest. Oh, there's a B right here. There was like 2, honestly. But yeah, I feel like this is talking about connections, where we're at with connections for the year. It feels like I said, with the energy, this energy that Aries carry, Aries might want to like use it physically, like they're really wanting to, use their bodies and use the energy, which, who can blame you, right? We are human. But it does seem that I would just say be careful on this desire, this physical desire, not to let it get ahead of you in terms of potential situationships that just come back to bite you, or just, if not even situationships, and just maybe even one night stands that just bring more stress than a good time. Okay, I would just say be intentional with your energy, and communicate clearly with people that you might either be interested in or not interested in. Just communicate that clearly. Okay, can I get a confirmation card for that, Spirit? Is this more so on connections? It seems like relationships on specific terms, relationships ending because they're not enough, or because they're boring in a way. Again, that ravenous, unsatisfied energy. So is this more so about relationships / connections? Thank you, Spirit. I feel that it is. So can I get a confirmation card for all 3? A single card, Spirit. May it fly out in a way that's pretty obvious to us. Can I get a confirmation card for all 3, Spirit? Is this about relationships with Spirit in 2026? Can I get a single card to sum this up? Is this about relationships? Yeah, I would say so. Heartstrings, mind games, taking advantage, playing with feelings, string along. Exactly what I just said. So be communicative. I get tongue-tied sometimes. I'm so sorry. Be communicative. Be clear with your intentions to save yourself a headache. All right? Okay. Cool. Now let's get from this let's pull from this True Emotional Oracle deck, and that would be the last one. Thank you to all who are still watching. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Thank you. What is in store for Aries? And these are called the True Emotional, so what is in store for Aries? One more card for Aries, Spirit. Yeah, this True Emotional deck is definitely something. So we have under pressure, anxiety, decisions, times running out. We have karmic ties, and we have not happy. So, okay, so I feel this is tapping into Aries who might be either in a relationship that's taking away, like a karmic tie, attachment, a relationship or connection that is taking away from their evolution and elevation. And I feel that this connection or relationship, and I say connection or relationship because it could be romantic, or it could very well be like a family member that is just kind of looming over you. I feel like there is a connection or a presence that's almost looming over you, and it feels like watching you, but not in a positive way. And I feel like because you feel these eyes on you, it pisses you off. It makes you anxious. It makes you feel uncomfortable. I feel like it gives you the crawlies. Like, it just makes you want to physically go off. It makes you want to go off. And I feel like it really does misalign you. And that's where this not happy would come. And I think these are the moments where you're not happy. You're not happy in these moments where I think there's a reflection that's blurry or confusing around you, as in, people are mirrors. And I feel that when there is a mirror or a person outside of you that is mirroring a version of yourself that you don't internally align with, or that you don't even physically align with, and you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I feel like in these moments it takes away from your joy, or maybe even takes away from your presence and your vision, your perception of self, because I feel that for this karmic ties to come out, this connection or relationship is probably really prominent, as in really important or really impactful in your life. And so it matters in a way, shape, or form. So I do think there is a need to release, if not able to release the connection itself yet, then at least to release the self-attachment to it, so that their judgment or their eyes or their just their shit can stink a little less, and it just would hurt a little less too, or you'd feel less uncomfortable if maybe if you focus on them a little less, and focus more on what you do know about yourself, and focus more on cultivating that. Like I said, I'm an Aries rising, so I feel that. Can I get a card for confirmation, Spirit, for these cards that I just pulled? Is this about releasing the I want to say weight, releasing the weight of these eyes, releasing the weight of this connection? Is that something that is going to be realized this year? Maybe even realized further to the point action needs to be taken. Okay. Or change needs to happen. Can I get a confirmation card, Spirit? Thank you. This one spun. Oh. Says getting readings. That's what y'all doing now. But is this year more so about, is that something that is within this year, is realizing that this connection is unhealthy, this connection is causing anxiety? Oh, getting readings. Maybe you've been getting readings about this person. Or maybe you've been asking for readings about said person or said connection, or just getting readings because you're wondering where this anxiousness is coming from. Okay, last card to confirm this, because I don't know why. But all right, last card from this deck to confirm these four. Is this more so about releasing that connection spirit and the anxiety too that caused by that connection? Thank you. Just a single card for confirmation. Is this about releasing anxiety caused by that connection? Queen Bee. Secure, confident, boss bitch, career focused. Exactly. So coming back to self and realigning that vision that you have of yourself. So when you look in the mirror, what do you see and what's reflected back to you, and really just focus on cultivating the best of you that you see, and aligning with that, as opposed to giving power to people who want to control you. It's more so about becoming aware of your own power and not becoming controlling with that, or even being so controlling to yourself. But I would say freeing yourself and realizing that you can't control you just being naturally yourself. You can't control other people just being themselves either. And it's more so about being aware of where and when to use your energy, and how, and with what intention. I really think it's more so about intentionality, awareness with your energy. So yeah, this was a great reading. Love this for you, Aries. I do feel that there's a lot of healing, a lot of releasing, a lot of elevating, expanding. There's expanding going on. Blooming. You're blooming. Mwah. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see y'all next time. I am doing... Whose reading am I doing next? Aries... Taurus. I'm doing Taurus next. All right. So I will see y'all for Taurus, and follow me on TikTok at StarGirlRuby777, and then Rubyverse VERSE 777 on Instagram, and this is my YouTube, so you see that here. Subscribe, like, comment, all of that. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all so much.